Hello.
What's going on? You know what's so funny? Every time our little intro plays, I'm over here just going ham, just bow, 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 just dancing my little heart out. What's going on, y'all? Oh, y'all good people? This is Kimberly A. Bryant
And this is Blair. Blair Bryant, of course.
with the Pop Culture Green Room.
Yes.
And it is a beautiful, I was about to say Wednesday. It is not even Wednesday yet.
You know what? Today I was thinking it was Wednesday all day long. So I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something about the energy and the vibe. I don't know. I'm getting midweek vibes, and I'm here for it though, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah.
It's working for
No,
me.
I get it 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, that's such a I've been, I think maybe it's because we had like a really long, busy weekend. Not really long, just busy. But a good one.
Yeah, we did. I know. We got to meet up, and we had our niece with us in Baton Rouge
I know. It
for
was really
a
fun.
few hours. That was fun. She got to play with her new friends, and she had a blast. That was fun.
No, that was really fun. Yeah. And I enjoy like most of the things we did with her. Like I enjoyed going to Tiger Claws. That was really fun. So shout out to Tiger Claws in Baton Rouge. Really cool.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Well, yeah, arcade claw machine place. And that was really fun because actually that was the first time I ever won anything out of it, like a stuffed animal or anything out
Yeah,
of the
you did
machine.
say that. I don't think I've ever worn one of those little crane things because I think they're
Yeah,
purposely designed to where you can't even win anything or grab anything. So I've never
essentially, yeah.
won. Yeah,
And
that's what I
somehow
think.
I got lucky and got a little
I
power
never
girl for
did.
my niece.
I've never won, not any of this, not in a million years. But yeah, other than that, I've been tuning into our pop culture news and everything that's going on in the headlines. We've got some wild ones.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that I've been in just kind of an overdrive and just been really busy and go lately. I was surprised I was just tuned into what was going on as of late.
Yeah, you
So
were
yeah,
more than
yeah, it was
usual.
kind of more than usual. So I was kind of like, okay, cool, I'm getting back to normal. So I think it's a good sign, I would say.
I know, right? Yeah, and I'm glad that we were catching this live, or getting us on the live right now. But last week we had an awesome turnout. We had well was it well the weekend before we recorded it, but released we had our duty episode. Finally, we had our if you missed it, we've got it set up too in our channels. So we've got all of our we should have all of our duty videos lined up. So
Yeah.
we did our let's talk about Diddy Part 3. We did it with Franz came back and Andre came back too. And we had Danielle this time and Aaron joined us, so that was awesome.
That was
So
really fun. It was a
yeah, it
lot of
was so
fun.
much fun. I think we're at like over 2,000 views already, so which is
Oh hell yeah.
exciting. So yeah, we do
Yeah,
pretty
no
good with
kidding.
Diddy. Yeah, we do pretty good whenever he's in the news and we cover it. So and that was fun. That was a
It
lot of
really
fun.
was, and it was really great getting like. I mean, it was really cool because we had Franz on everybody like pretty much exactly a year ago from the previous time,
Yeah, I know. That was so
and it was really
crazy.
nice to have Andre join us again.
Mm-hmm.
Because he joined us the last couple of times we've done it for about well yeah we actually had time with Diddy and then previously one of my favorite episodes with the Kendrick
Kendrick
Lamar Drake
Lamar.
beef.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was really fun too. It was really
that
cool
was
getting insight from
fun.
like
Hmm.
attorneys because I mean for one they know their shit and then two it's just
Yeah.
like I mean you get to know all these things in layman's terms because I mean with all like law jargon and what they're talking about in these we don't really know it's accurate.
Right,
Does that
exactly.
make sense? Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it
it's
makes a
really
lot of
cool getting
sense.
the
Yeah.
first.
And they were there just to give us like their take on things and different perspective and kind of like what they would do in different scenarios and in cases or situations. So that was really cool. It was a whole lot of fun. So and we were
Yeah.
able to kind of go in there and ask like any kind of questions that we had and Danielle came in with some hard hitting ones. So but that was awesome for sure.
Oh yeah, it was. That was definitely very entertaining. Highly entertaining, highly informative, like on both fronts. So that was really cool. I was really happy to have him here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So the funny thing is, some of these headlines actually pulled or some of the big ones that I noticed that were kind of like up in a that we were like seeing a lot about. And then okay, so this one here I wanted to get into Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick that drama because you heard about the hot mic, right?
I'm not really well versed on them because like, you are more than I am. But listen,
Okay, got it. Well, just to give you a little bit of a rundown, so Jordan Hudson is Bill Belichick. He's what, 73 years old. He's the former head coach of the uh, New England
Patriots.
Patriots and current head coach of North Carolina, their football team. And his girlfriend is, I think she's 24 years old, if I'm correct.
I think so.
And it's, oh Lord, and she is giving, I guess you'd say,
Daddy issues, daddy issues, daddy issues.
yeah, she's giving, I guess, everybody like a run for their money. But however it is, they got caught on a hot mic. Let me try to share my screen. Let me see if I remember how to do this. I think I do. All right, hold on. Because I am going to show you what I've got here pulled up. Okay, share screen. All right, allow to share a window. Okay. Not this one. Let's see here. It's not the one I want to share. Hold on, wait. I think I might be doing this wrong. Yeah, this is not what I want to share. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me back out of that. Excuse me, y'all. Technical difficulties. Let's see. Okay. You notice I've got a new MacBook, and I don't know how to. Is the MacBook?
I'm kind of still learning the internet.
Yeah. So
I feel that.
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this right because I'm not trying to bore people. I'm trying to keep you all engaged, entertained here.
Yeah, you know, it's just that I was thinking about this earlier today because I knew it wasn't come up, but like, I'm grateful that I'm not the type of person where no amount of money would ever make me want to go with somebody that much older than me.
It's just so weird to me. Let's see.
I mean, I'll talk the shade, but I am.
Right. No. I hear you. Is it? I can't see on my ends. I don't know how it's looking. Is it?
Yeah, it was up a second ago. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. All right. So this is the article pulled up from People. So I'll give you a little rundown. Here we go. Bill Belichick and Jordon Hudson caught on hot mics slamming employees while filming show. Can't do shit. I think that was what she said. Maybe. Let's see here. Let me zoom through really quickly for you. In leaked video and audio, the UNC football coach and his girlfriend were seen in a production meeting on the set of his now defunct show Coach. Let's see here. Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson. Not impressed with the crew members involved in the now defunct set. And a hot mic moment. Okay, here we go. Because I didn't know exactly what was said. Leaked by Pablo Torre on his podcast. Pablo Torre finds out on Friday, October 10th, the UNC football coach and his girlfriend were her disparaging people who work behind the scenes. I don't know how they have 4 full-time graphics people. Former college cheerleader Hudson told Belichick, and Bill told Belichick, they can't do shit. The 73-year-old former NFL coach responded, to which Hudson agreed, right? The couple was on the set of, okay, it looks like they're on the set of their show. Okay, and they overheard them. So I could see, I'm like, I'll play devil's advocate here. If they are maybe putting in to production and they're getting frustrated and everything, I can kind of see how different things can kind of come out. So I think they're making that, I think, a bigger deal.
I will say it's like, again, it's like, you know, like you said, devil's advocate. Kind of like one of those, like my favorite phrase I say all the time these days is like, the broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
Because it's like literally, oh, hey, Wendy.
Oh, hey, Wendy.
So, that's like, I mean, the headline definitely made me think that it was something more, what's the right word I want to say? It made me think it was something more damning than they said. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then the more I started to read it, and I was like, wait a minute, that's just like pure frustration on someone's part. That's kind of like, they're on to me, it makes sense. It sounds like something that I would probably say to somebody who was getting on my nerves, where things just weren't, going right. Maybe I was tired, I was hungry, and, who knows what could have been going on. So, all right, now I can kind of see that wasn't, like you said, it seems like they're just making a bigger deal out of that than what it really was. Mm-hmm. So, but speaking of which, because we're going to keep on the subject of them, because we were talking about this a little bit ago, like the other day, we were talking about that age gap and the age difference, and I just can't, I don't know, it's just so weird to me. Part of me is like, I think he has just this really huge fear of dying, and I think that's probably why he went with someone so young. Part of me
I think,
thinks
I mean,
maybe.
that definitely can sound, that sounds kind of plausible, like, and it also makes you wonder, it's like, I mean, do people not realize that, like, is not realize that people are looking at them like they're the butt of a lot of jokes, I mean, despite the money,
Yeah, right.
I just don't get it, man.
It's gross. Like I tried to like
Yeah.
understand it at first, but now it's kind of like it's just I don't know. I don't know.
Which is funny because it's like if it were like the reverse, a lot of times kind of well for like a long time, like for years, decades, centuries even, it's kind of like oh hey, high five, if a man has a much younger woman. But it's like if a woman had a much younger man, it was just like. So that's how it felt like energy wise if you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But I will say though, like I feel like these days, like in recent years, more people frown upon it, and I think that should be the norm. Depending on the age gaps and depending on where they are in their lives.
So I couldn't hear you that last part. You kind of went down.
Depending on where they on the age gaps and where they are in their lives and how they got together, I think has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah,
not for like true. Who I was thinking about, Aaron Taylor Johnson and his wife, who that is in of itself, yeah. So apparently it's like pretty sketchy. Not people really know when exactly they got together, but from what I understand, he's an actor and he is like what was the age difference between? I think it's like 28 years or something like that. But like apparently I think his wife was friends with his mom. And she's known him since 23 years. She's known him since they were a kid. Since they were he was a kid.
Right.
And and I think they were reportedly I think they allegedly got together when he was 19 years old.
Okay. Well, let me just kind of like back up a little bit to like kind of people people know who he is. So this is Blair's referring to this actor. His name's Aaron Taylor Johnson. And he is 35 years old, I believe.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, he's 35 years old. And he's married to a much older woman named Sam Taylor Wood. He was a child actor. Like he was in like Kick-Ass, Shanghai Nights, and then more recently like The Fall Guy, just to kind of give people like an idea of who he is. So yeah, but they've got like a huge age gap. You can go on about them.
He's also rumored to be the next James Bond, or at least his hat was in the ring. Or, or his name was in contention.
Oh, that's
but
interesting.
I think last I heard, I think that he might be. And a lot of people who are kind of like, it's shady as how they got together and that they had to break up. People who are just wanting them to break up. I get it.
That's so weird. And how long have they been together for?
Allegedly, I think since he was 19 years old.
Oh, that's gross. And she was his mom's friend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's so many things wrong with that.
Yeah, and she allegedly, I think, have known him since he was like a kid. Like, I'm not 19, he's already a kid, but since he was even younger than that.
Okay, so, that's so weird, and that's oogie and crazy.
And grooming, yes, and just, yeah.
Because now I'm thinking about The Hunting Wives, like that TV show. It's like where he shows that, well, I'm going to give it away.
Oh, no, don't tell me I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, never mind. But anyway, so it's I don't know, it's gross to me. So who knows, something could have been going on with them, like with them behind closed doors at that, while he was underage. You don't know.
I hope not, but I would.
I know.
But it's like nothing surprises me these days. And like the thing about it too is the fact that from like all intents and purposes, from what I know, like they are going strong. There is no infidelity or anything going on, and
right.
He needs help, but they've already got kids and stuff, and it's just like,
yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah. Well, what are some other big age groups we've got gaps? We've got, I know, like one that we had that was recent. Well, we've got, of course, Bradley Cooper and
Gigi Hadid.
Yes, Gigi Hadid. That's a big age gap. They've been together for a while, right?
Maybe about a year or something like that, but a year and a half. But I don't remember their age gap. But with her, it's like I would say it's a little bit different because she's in her 30s.
Yeah, so yeah, true.
So it's like I wouldn't, but however, he did date Suki Waterhouse when she was like really young, and she even talked about.
Wait, they dated?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. I didn't know that.
I want to say she was like 19 or something like that, but I think I feel like she wrote a song about her. So there was something she talked about, implied how it's like that it was messed up, like in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame her, to me it is.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Okay, I was not aware of that. And let's see. Okay, Florence Pugh and Zach Braff, which that was a 21-year age gap, but they're split up now, I believe.
Yeah, that's
Yes, that was a kind of a big one. And then of course about Al Pacino and Nora Alfalo. That's that to me seems like a whole setup thing. I think he liked her enough to be like, hey, look, I'm old. I'll let you do whatever you want. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, it could be. It's just weird to me because it's like it also makes you wonder. It also makes you feel it also makes me feel like because it's like, what's wrong with women your own age?
Right. Yeah. No. That's why I told you. It's like I really believe it's this concept that these men have, and not just men but women too. I believe it's that fear of the dying, and they go and they try to gravitate towards something more youthful. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I could very well be wrong.
Probably so, but I can also see it could be. I think also just being attracted to younger people. I think that's a lot of it is too. Yeah.
Very much so. And of course, we all know about Leonardo DiCaprio. He's always pretty much dating women under 25.
Oh yeah, I know for sure. And it's like, and I'll say this, I definitely have it on good authority that he. I'm not surprised because I definitely have it on good authority that he actually would have people work in the circle who would seek out younger women for him.
Mm-hmm.
And just because, like, I mean, well, years ago, I met someone. I'm just not gonna, say too much, but I met someone who was really close to his inner circle and hung out with a super cool guy and stuff. And that I found out from a friend of mine who kind of dated him that he was trying to oh hey, well, Leo's like want to have a pool party, and why don't you find some of your young hot model looking friends and invite them over. And like those girls at the time, it's like none of them were none of them were definitely like older. None of them were definitely older than 25. I'll say that much. So it definitely
got it.
Yeah, and she was just obsessed by the whole thing, and just was like, yeah,
that makes sense. That's just been his whole vibe for like a really long time.
Yeah.
But I think he also plays off of the fact that he looks so young.
Not anymore.
Well, okay. Well, I haven't looked at him in a really long time. So he always has that damn mask on now. He ever since COVID, he hasn't stopped with that mask. So I haven't.
I'm not saying that he's ugly. He just looks. He's like, I'm not saying that he's bad looking. He looks his age. That's why. That's the best way really to say it. I mean,
okay,
yeah. It's kind of that. But what I find interesting too is the thing that John Mayer's about the same as well. Not quite as bad, but still not that great. But I just find it interesting because I feel like that I feel like a lot of younger women gravitate towards him, and they're both like well into like their 40s and older. Like Leo being in his 50s, John Mayer's like what 45, 46 at the very least. And it's like it's kind of I think people just mentally see them as
younger.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they were accustomed to.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. That makes sense. Wow. Speaking of another segue of young people and underage things and all this that goes on in the world. So it came up in headlines that Prince Andrew has stepped down.
Yeah.
Again?
You know what's weird is that I feel like I see that in the headlines enough.
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
I feel like it should have been a bigger deal than it was.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now that I'm thinking back, I haven't really, it hasn't been like blowing up with headlines.
Yeah, it just kind of almost felt like it kind of felt very fly by night. Kind of like, oh yeah, by the way, Prince Andrew stepped down. Anyway, let's go back to whether it's 6. It felt very much like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, you're right. That's so true. Yeah, I haven't really seen much about it. So, but did they even say exactly what it was? Like the reasons? Is it all like is it just because of the countless amount of scandals or that's been going on, or like?
It was definitely tied into Jeff Epstein of it all.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So that was definitely it. But I'm trying to figure out what's like. Yeah, I see. I haven't got to research enough about I want to give up his royal titles. So
Yeah.
Which is funny because Prince Charles, well, King Charles now, he actually was like, that's how I think it's something damning's probably about to come out, because he had his because he actually I think he had them taken away. It was going to take something like that.
Well, yeah, that's why. Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Right before his mom died. Yeah, and so he was staying with the society is going to remain a prince. But then was supposed to not be he was supposed to be a Duke of York, but then it was reinstated, I believe, or not enforced whenever King Charles became during his court after he was crowned king. And so but I guess with everything happening with the Epstein files and his ties to him,
just so much, just muddy water.
So they gave up his titles, and so but even Sarah Ferguson, she's no longer Duchess of York now because of it either. His ex-wife.
Oh really?
Her titles also gone too. Yeah. Now their daughters, they still get to have the titles as princesses.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good. That's why I think something else is probably going to come out because of it.
Probably, yeah. That's interesting. That's how I'm curious to see what happens. And that's what I believe, that there may be more. But we'll definitely stay tuned and we'll keep y'all updated for sure. But here's something I do that I didn't have this on my bingo card. Did you? That possibly it looks like that Rob Kardashian and Angel White, aka Blac Chyna, are back together.
You know what? Here's a funny thing. I saw something on the Shade Room about I think about Rob Kardashian making a comment on a picture. I think just on Instagram. And I saw that and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I didn't really give it much thought because I thought she was engaged.
I think she broke up recently with the guy that she was with.
Okay, I don't know why I thought they were engaged, but I guess not. But
they were engaged. Whoever she was with,
okay.
were there. She recently, I'll have to look it up. Let me see if I can find anything on her real quick. Let me check and see. But so what are your thoughts on that, if it's true?
I'll say this, I love it, but I don't love it. I don't love it in the fact that I feel like she's done so much amazing work for herself. I don't want to see her set back and being triggered. And I'm not really a big believer in spinning the block either. So I'm like, and plus also, I don't know what kind of work he's done with himself, if anything at all. It's I'm worried about the progress he's made. But I mean, you never know. Stranger things have happened. They could very well work it out. Things could very well be fine. But I got a message in my group chat from one of my friends. So she was like, they're back together. I was like, what? But I never had the time to go looking for any further into it because I just, like I said, just wild goose chase on my end. But I didn't even actually look into it. But I've been seeing chatter about it here and there, and I'm curious. But at the same time, the Card Jenners have to be seething right now. It's true.
I know, that's what I'm wondering what they're thinking. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, that's what I'm wondering too. So this is from TMZ. Let's see here. So Blac Chyna won't say I'm dating Rob Kardashian. We're just going with the flow right now. So Mike, I'm just gonna guess that they're probably just hooking up right now and just seeing how things go.
Probably so, yeah. I'm just hoping that she just continues on the progress she was making.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you on that one.
Because it's I will say this. So it's the Kardashians they're very forgiving people, and they really try compared to other people. I get it, and they do. So it's I'd imagine that I'm sure if they want it for well-being of their kid, or their of the family and of their daughter Dream. But I'm just hoping that like I said, I just don't want her to see. I don't want to see her undo the progress that she's made because she's grown leaps and bounds, and I've been so proud of her.
Right? Yeah, she has, but that's also not to say that he might not be the cause of her, problems. She probably had
true.
Before, they were together. So, and it seems like he's been going through his own issues. So, but it'll be interesting. So I guess all we have to do is just watch and see what happens.
Yeah, I know, definitely, because I have like I don't even know what he's been up. Nobody really knows what he's been up to, really. Because
No, see, that's
he's a
the
private
thing,
person now. Yeah.
yeah, like I have no clue what he's got going on with his life. So, which is very interesting. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled though. Definitely. But I know that Kylie apparently she's recording an album.
I heard about her putting out a song, but I never even. Strangely enough, it never. I mean, I guess my algorithms changed, but it never came from my free page or anything.
Yeah.
I never heard anything about. I never heard it, but I just heard about it from listening to Beyond Blondes and they were talking about it.
Yeah, it actually caught me off guard because I thought, if anything, I thought that of all the arts, I thought she was going to attempt acting first. So when singing came up, it just really it caught me off guard. So,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I remember Blonde Idol about that.
Yeah, got it. So that's definitely interesting. I don't really know what else is going on too much with anybody else, with any of the other Kardashians, because they really haven't been in the news a whole lot lately. But they've been doing a lot of podcasts more and more. I noticed that they've been going on podcasts, so I guess they're just trying to like really just kind of keeping their relevancy like going. So which I can see them doing that, but.
Yeah.
So from the Kardashians, we're going from that reality to another reality. Let's go ahead and talk about some Bravo stuff going on. So, of course, we're gonna get back. You and I were talking the other day. We're gonna get back to recapping, finish up our recap of Real Housewives of Miami. Sorry, y'all, things got freaking crazy, and we kind of fell off it for a bit. But we're gonna go ahead and what we're gonna do is pretty much just kind of like jumble up some of the episodes into like just chop it up into probably like about 2 recaps, and then we'll hit up like the reunion. Probably just do one for all 3 episodes of the reunion so we can finish that up, because Miami was good. It was actually pretty good. I was into it. Like I said, we just like life just got in the way and things got crazy and I had to move and all these other things. So but to say that, yeah, we're gonna finish that up soon. So we'll probably start recording that next week, huh?
Yeah, because I'm definitely interested in like reaching a part of that revelation that came out in the reunion. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was. But it was that reunion. I don't want to.
That was something, and I believe whatever.
Oh, I 1,000% believe, because it all makes sense now. Everything just adds up. It was kind of like, okay, now
the information was too specific.
Yeah, it was. It was it was a little TMI. But speaking of Bravo celebrities and Bravo couples, let's see what's going on with the Osefos. So I haven't seen like too much of an update. I know that they recently kind of made a public statement. That's Eddie and Wendy. If people aren't aware, they are the couple from Real Housewives of Potomac. Wendy is known for having her platform. She would go on as a journalist and speak on different talk shows or things of that nature. Was also a professor, has 4 degrees, and her husband was an attorney. Something went wrong, and they ended up being arrested for insurance fraud. And I was hoping that there was a big mistake in there somewhere, but there's just so much that's coming out and coming unearthed, and I'm like, no, please don't be Nigerian scammers. Don't do it. And Lord. And that's what it's
like. It was like one of those bad, Nigerian, was Nigerian scam emails, spam emails come to life.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And I'm like, and that's so disappointing too, because granted, I didn't watch that much of the season that they were on, because I thought a lot of the Housewives franchises in general. But my whole thing is that it's like, you've got this going for you have this kind of degree, these many degrees. Your husband's an attorney. Why would you do this? Yeah, especially when you're on reality TV to get even more shamed. What is the reason?
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, and it was just. But my whole thing was, even him being an attorney, the fact that there was an email exchanges of specific instructions of what to do, and so that way you could get the most amount of money. I was like, no way, it's wild. I don't know what was going on. I don't know exactly what's going on. But I was watching Carlos King earlier today, and he had Claudia Jordan on, and she was saying that that she's been hearing little birdies or whatever, like, or little rumors that there's more behind that it's not just
Ooh.
them.
Ooh. You know,
So,
I wouldn't doubt it.
I know.
That's usually kind of how it goes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But so far, that's the only place I've ever heard that. So
For her to say that publicly, I think that's where this
I think there might be some weight to it, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because like you said, she said it publicly. So she said it. I saw it on there. So yeah, that was crazy. But still, it'll be interesting. I think Bravo. I wonder if I'm thinking they're gonna probably keep them because they think that's gonna do a lot for their ratings. I can only imagine what the ratings are because I know a lot of people planned on tuning in after this came out. So I'm curious to see what happens. So, but I mean, they kept Jen Shaw. They kept everybody else. It's like, but it's just, it sucks. I hate the fact that, I think it's just for me with the hard part. It's just like, I looked up to them as like a successful, like Black couple, power couple. And then it's like, oh.
It's crazy. And it's kind of like, especially with like, you start to hear more and more people from reality shows getting arrested for some kind of fraud, and it's almost always some kind of fraud. If you notice that,
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it just makes me wonder that it's like if these people are getting caught for fraud or doing these fraudulent things and like showing us wealth and all this money they supposedly have, think about the amount of other people who don't have it. Who aren't on reality TV, who are doing the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
It just makes me think that it's like that. Yeah, also makes me think that a lot of people, it's all like smoke and mirrors, and that not as many people have a lot of money that you think they do.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Just case in point, do you remember that? I'm not gonna name him, but there was somebody that I was acquainted with years ago, a friend of a friend, and who I don't say there was an attorney because they passed away, but I found out later on that because they were building like literally a huge mansion.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and it always kind of felt there was something shady about. I mean, he was a nice man.
He was very nice.
Yeah, he was very nice. But it's like I met him through a friend of a friend, and but always kind of there's something just seemed kind of shady about the whole air, like and people around him and stuff, and like.
And I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't notice it or pay attention to it at the time. But I think maybe I was just so enamored with everything around me because being in a small town in Louisiana, like I wasn't used to seeing that. I felt like that was something that you would see like in California or whatever, maybe.
Yeah, and it's like I was kind of like, okay, it's like, well, yeah, this because a friend that we met, who used to work for him, like we definitely got a sense that she didn't want to like that she was trying to like find a new job and move away.
Right, like she wanted a fresh start.
Yeah, I just want to fresh start.
That,
yeah. And then it's like too, I would see a lot of like young women in and out the house a lot, or it's like, and it's like, and you would just see stuff around the house a lot, like a slinky dress or like high heels, and, like stilettos and like makeup bags, perfume, and like women in and out of the house all the time, and like and these are young chicks like in their 20s and stuff, and then there's like building this castle, and I heard it was gonna be really big until we drove by, and I was like, "Holy shit, it is huge!"
It's massive, yeah. It is.
It was even more massive than that. And then we're chatting about the family friend of ours, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, he's going to prison." I'm like, "Oh what?"
Yeah.
Then I kind of find out we looked online, like not long after our friend moved. Like we found out that he was going to prison because I think that he was trafficking cocaine for years.
Yeah, he was
flying. Yeah.
He was
and he eventually passed away in prison. But like,
yeah,
it kind of shows that you just never know that sometimes a lot of things are smoke and mirror.
Yeah, you're right about that. I remember
that was very interesting.
Wild. Yeah, because that was so crazy. We were having a random conversation about him, like, in good spirits about him talking about it. And all of a sudden, I remember that the family friend of ours was like, "Oh wait, y'all know about this?" And then she pulled up the article. She hopped online and like pulled it up for us. I remember that.
And the funny thing about it is that neither did my best friend, who I actually met our mutual
Yeah,
friend.
that's right. He didn't know.
He didn't know either.
Didn't know
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That was so crazy.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got a little
But yeah,
lost there for a second.
which is funny. It's actually now, I believe it's now a wedding venue. I don't know if it's opened up yet, but I think that's what it is now. Which I wish makes sense. That's how massive it was, and that's the best piece of property. But speaking of weddings, I guess name Bravo again. Like Olivia Flowers, she's from Southern Charm. She was engaged and she was set to get married. I think November 1st, and she called her wedding off last week.
Yeah. I wonder what happened with that.
That's a very good question, but I can read the statement. Some people are kind of suspicious because the statement was put out by her publicist. It says, after much thought and many heartfelt conversations, Olivia and her fiance Alex have made the difficult decision to not move forward with their wedding. This is not a decision made lightly, but one grounded in deep mutual respect and love for one another. While this isn't the path they originally envisioned, they're profoundly grateful for the love and support of their friends and family. Alex and Olivia remain committed to each other with a renewed sense of daily clarity, strength, and appreciation of honoring one's heart. She's very appreciative of your grace and kindness as they move through this transition together. So it's like, I feel sad for her because she's been through it.
Yes, she has been. I know she suffered through the loss of her brother.
Yeah.
Just like, just not being treated right in relationships and just.
And then like right before, like during the midst of all of that, like right before that, her best friend betrayed her, and
right, yeah, like so
too, with like Austin with that whole debacle that happened there, and then so it's like that whole thing happened, and she lost her brother right in the midst of all that. And then, I was happy to see her, happy and engaged and just about to get married, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like wondering what happened. But I haven't looked at anything. I haven't looked at like any posts. Like I've just been so busy, so I haven't looked at any posts. I haven't gone on Reddit. I haven't done any of those things to see if anyone's talked about it.
I really haven't heard anything else about it at all. Since so it's kind of like. I mean, there are a lot of people speculating that there's probably infidelity, probably on his end, but. Honestly, I feel like if that was the case, the person would run out.
See, that's why I feel like I think it just didn't work out.
Yeah, it could be that, or maybe it could just very well be that they were just overwhelmed by everything and decided just to do a private ceremony later on.
Maybe
because it's hard for me to tell from that message. Because to me, it doesn't quite sound like they're broken up.
To me, the message sounds like they're broken up, but I think it sounds like they're trying to also keep a lot of speculation from flying all over the place. Yeah, so it sounds to me like maybe it just didn't work. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, but in that case, it's like as sad as it is, I'm glad that she had the clarity to walk away and not, because I would like to save face through the wedding anyway, and the whole
for sure,
and the fact that it takes a lot of strength to do that, because it will come here. The pictures are all the pictures are still up on her Instagram from all of her all the festivities and whatnot that she's had to lead up to, because there was so much there were so many activities she had the engagement party, a bridal party and stuff, and
which a lot of people do these days. There's so many events for everything, and especially now that you can showcase them on social media.
Yeah, I know finally that's a lot of it. It's kind of almost no gray area, honestly, because I feel like with a lot of weddings, either they go all out really big like that to that extent, or it's very pared down, just as a piece, maybe immediate family, if anything. I don't see that much middle ground anymore.
Got it. I don't know. That was my take on it. But for me, if she's got all those pictures, that's why I'm thinking it probably just didn't work out.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, who knows? Well, in due time, I'm sure we will find out though. But speaking of jewelry and engagement rings, we'll go ahead and get into the Louvre, the jewelry heist, because you were talking about that.
I'll confess, I didn't get to look up as much about as I wanted to. But I remember hearing about it, ooh. It just amazes me how it's I think with this much technology, how can they pull
that they were able to pull it off? Yeah,
they pull it off. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I was this sounds like a whole Ocean's 11 type thing. But I heard that a crown got left behind, right? It was dropped.
Probably
Was
so.
like the only thing that they were able to recover.
I'll
But
check
yeah, I
it
know I
out.
have to look more. I have to look into some more though. But
Yeah, because all I know is that it was $102 million worth of jewels that were stolen.
so
And
crazy.
it's just crazy the fact that they could, with all technology, have these and the amount of petroleum they have, that they were able to pull this off.
That they were able to pull it off. Yeah, that's why it was so wild. But I wonder how long it took them to like plan it out, and I wonder how many people. I have so many questions and so many thoughts. Now I want to watch like Ocean's 11 again.
You know, actually, that's actually one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yes,
always
it's a
loved
really
that
good
movie.
movie.
And I always went to see the all-female version. I heard that one was actually really good too.
Oh, I didn't know there was one. When did that come out?
Yeah, that was a few years ago. That was.
What rock
I'll
was
let you
I
know.
on there? Well, I had a lot going on a few years ago. That might be
Yeah, I'll
why.
let you know who was in that one.
Oh, that's insane. How am I? Maybe I'm just not remembering that.
I just remember Rihanna was in it.
Oh, was she? Okay. Where
Yeah.
did my brain go? For a second.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I
curious.
definitely don't remember this if Rihanna was in it.
Yeah, it was almost 10 years ago. I think it was like, yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay. What was I doing then? That's crazy. I was partying in San Diego 10 years ago. So I don't, maybe that's why. Oh my God.
And apparently, because I guess I'm also not that much of a movie person. So, yeah, I used to find it like the Ocean's. Well, it's on IMDb, but it's.
Yeah, no, I'm curious because I've never. That's wild to me. So apparently there was an all-female version type of Ocean's 11 that I didn't know existed, or maybe I did know it existed, but I just don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what it could be. I'm also like really tired.
You know, it's funny. I'm trying to find it, and I can't IMDb, but I can't find it at all. But it's just like it definitely happened. It's like
Yeah, got it. But that's the whole thing's crazy though. But I'll look up some more information on it another time though. But this is something that you probably have more information on than I do.
Ocean's 8. That's what it was called.
What's it?
It's called Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8? Oh, okay, got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it was Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling. What's this in this? I thought Rihanna was in this. I don't know. Oh, she was in it, yeah. Lena Bottom Car, Dakota Fanning, Aquafina. They were in it.
Dang, I totally
Sarah
missed
Paulson.
that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go
was
look
so
for it
good.
then.
2018, that's when it came out, yeah.
Okay, 2018. Yeah, I'll definitely have to. Oh, 2018. Okay. Yeah, 2018 was a bad year. That's why I don't remember it at all.
Gotcha.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Danity Kane. So
Yeah,
apparently-
so
what is up with
so that popped up. Like, yeah, I saw that someone posted. Well, actually, when I first heard about it, Kelly from Beyond the Blondes posted like a TikTok reel about it, and I saw that they updated their she had learned that they updated their profile picture, but it's like a shadow of like 3 of the girls together holding a peace sign. And we're trying to figure out, because we were kind of thinking, okay, it's probably just a regular DK3 like usually, but I was kind of thinking maybe not, because why is there a shadow and not showing who it is? And then someone had, I think, it to Dawn on her like Instagram or something like that, and Dawn said she knew nothing about it.
Yeah, that's
So that put a damper on it for me, because
I know, because I was like, what's
she is
Danity
Danity
Kane without
Kane,
Dawn?
yeah, and it's like the New Orleans, commonality. I mean, she's a bias too, because of that. I'm biased towards it because of that too. But then also too, like, she was like the main writer and producer for them. It came up with the name, so
Right.
I don't know what the deal is, but what it was interesting. I mean, so I were kind of suspecting that or guessing that it's probably Aubrey, Andrea, and Shannon.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I'm
They were
kinda
talking about
thinking.
Carlos. I think it was Kimpire. I think they were was Kimpire talking about it maybe, or Carlos King. One of the two I was listening to. I was between back and forth earlier.
That's my guess, but at the same time too, that
That's
could
what I'm
maybe
thinking.
be Dawn. D Woods interchanged with one of them, because she was on Aubrey podcast that she had, like for the podcast that like she had the special covering the Diddy trial. And it was hard for me to hear the audio because you could tell they're talking on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently it's like it sounds like I think they're kind of on the outs of Dawn again. And that's doing this Diddy stuff. But the thing is that what I was saying, how it's they're heavily implying that Dawn was more complicit in things with Diddy in the past than what she was letting on. But I feel like she testified against. I mean, because didn't she testify against him?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like,
she filed a lawsuit against him at least.
Yeah, and
But
like,
I think she also did testify. I think.
Yeah, she did. She went on witness stand, and so it's like this is one on Rapid Cassie. So I don't. That's what I'm just kind of confused about a lot of this, and why like they feel the way they do about her. Because I mean, a lot of people
do they feel like that? Maybe it sounds almost like they probably feel like back then that she probably rode harder for Diddy than she was letting on. Maybe.
I think that's what a lot of it was, yeah. And it's like I didn't get to finish listening to the whole episode, but to really find out, I need to do that. But it's like I was just very confused because it's kind of like I thought that they would have known that, a lot of people like were, well, it's like they were, what is the right word for it? I guess they were kind of like they were compliant because they felt like they had to because it's such a
right.
It was such a scary man. I feel like that's what she's probably doing. Just then what she do to survive, and I don't know. It just sounds like it's being held against her now. But I mean, all people who are telling me bought tickets, I'm kind of like, I mean, I think that's great and all that. People are selling tickets for us, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I mean, who's in the lineup? What's happening? What's going on?
Right.
And a lot of people also comment and say stuff like, if Dawn involved, I don't want it. And I mean, to me, it remains to be seen.
It's like they're being mysterious. It's kind of like, and like when do they plan on like releasing who these members are?
Yeah, exactly. Revealing who it is, who's involved and stuff. Just like, posting the constant Instagram stories, and. But
and do you know when the first concert's supposed to be?
Let me check. I'm curious about it, but
yeah, I know, me too.
And who knows? It might actually be expected. It might actually be a great rollout. December 9th in San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah,
so do you think it'll be? Do you think they won't release that person until that day? Or not person, but the lineup.
I don't know if they would wait that long. They might, but I think to me it's kind of weird. And I don't feel like that would be marketing wise, it's the smartest move to make. But my guess is that they'll probably, if not next week, probably early November.
Yeah, got it. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, that's the thing with all these reunion tours and stuff like that. It's like, I'll say this. It's kind of, it's very obvious, but it's like, on one hand, it's like exciting, on the other hand, it's like recession indicator. That's all I think every time I see stuff like this happening.
You said recession indicator?
Yeah. Anytime a lot of groups, what's that?
How so?
It's obvious. Anytime like a lot of these groups who've been hard to get together for a long time. All of a sudden they're going like they're reuniting or going on tour or both.
Yeah, it's because it's money motivated.
Yeah, exactly. It's money motivated, and now some of them actually do really well, and like they hang in there, actually hang in there, and I think that I think there is something genuine behind it. So the New Kids on the Block,
right? Yeah.
Their reunion was kind of, people were kind of thinking that was the case, but they haven't broken up since then. They've been going strong. That's
you're right. Which is
that's been quite a long time by now.
That's
so
true.
I think for them,
but when you think back though, there's a lot of those bands though, like a lot of them got back together. That's the main reason why a lot of them did get back together was for financial reasons. And then too, I could especially see it now, because the fact that it's like where things have gone, and not only that, but social media, like people have access to things the way they didn't before. And so now these people who are popular years ago, like who probably died off,
see a resurgence.
Dead, so It'll be interesting.
This is what also it's like Rod has so much resentment towards Justin Timberlake because he robbed the rest of NSYNC of their best years that they had to go into release more music because his fucking ego wouldn't get out of the way.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. And it's like now they're like older and they can't move like they used to.
Exactly. And honestly, it's like, I mean, I hate to be that person, but it's like I just wouldn't. I mean, I personally wouldn't be motivated to see them.
I don't think I would either, to be honest. I'd rather, believe it or not, I would rather go see New Kids on the Block. I'd actually go see them.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah, for saying I wasn't even a fan of them as a
I know,
kid.
same with me. Yeah,
Yeah, but when I was an adult and when they came out with their stuff too, like then I was like, whoa, I'm like, this is pretty cool, you know, like.
Because I actually like their newer music. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, their newer music's good. Yeah, so it's like.
Yeah.
Are they ever going to perform at the Sphere? Do you think? Or just because
I think they are. I think they are. I think they have a residency coming up. I think.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I think they are.
Oh, that's cool.
I want to say they are.
That's funny. Who would have thought that would be this age talking about wanting to go to see New Kids on the Block perform?
No,
I never
right.
had that on my bingo card ever.
That's something else. That's they're having a few. I think a residency in November, Las Vegas. Okay. I don't think it's at the Sphere, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt if they play there eventually.
Yeah.
If not already, yeah. But
got it for sure. I would love
Backstreet Boys have played. I've been playing the Sphere.
Yeah. That I heard that show was amazing.
Yeah, I was never a big Backstreet Boys, but I definitely give them credit where credit's due. Though I mean, I have a lot of respect for them.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Like I was gonna say, I wasn't like a huge fan of them or whatever, but yeah, I give them their props. But yeah, so Victoria's Secret fashion show came back. So what are your thoughts on that? I know Angel.
You know, it's I will say I really like the fact that it was like a lot more inclusive than it used to be, so that was really nice. I love seeing Angel Reese walk in it. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, coming through his Bayou Barbie. I love that. So like seeing her, and seeing like Bella Hadid again, and Adriana Lima, and Jasmine Tookes, and she's pregnant, so that was really cool seeing her walk. Barbie Ferreira, formerly of Euphoria, she walked.
Yeah.
So I was like, what else I liked too is that what's her name was walked in it too. Lisa Rinna's daughter.
I didn't realize that. One of her daughters walked.
You know what's funny because her daughters were like they model also. And,
they do.
And I can't remember their names right offhand, which I'm kicking myself for that. But I know it was Delilah and what was the other one's name?
Yeah, Delilah's one of them. I can't remember the other.
I'm kicking myself for because the other one, funny enough, is actually a lot more famous than Delilah. And nobody thought that was going to be the case. Because it's like there were Amelia Gray, yeah. She walked in it. Yeah, and so because I was like, Delilah was kind of like overshadowing Amelia, and that was part of the storyline for a while. But somehow, like in recent years, Amelia's killing it, and she was in the show too.
Oh wow, okay.
She's got she's blowing up a lot as a model. So I'm really proud of her and happy for her.
Yeah,
she struggled. Awesome. So that's been. Yeah, she walked in it. Missy Elliott performed twice. The only 4 members twice performed. They're a really popular K-pop girl group who literally just turned 10 years old a few days ago. Like a day or two ago, actually. But people were like making comments about them, like they're singing, but one of the lead singers was actually sick, so she didn't sound that great. But you know what? They were at least still really singing. There was only 4 of them that performed.
And what group was this?
Twice.
Oh, okay.
They performed the Bachelor show. They have 9 members. So I don't know why they only went with 4 of them, but they did. But I feel like the music has more dynamic when it's all of them. But I thought that was really cool to see them in it. So that was really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh boy, this is the last topic we'll wrap it up with. something scripted that we're going to talk about and get into, and that is called Stumble. Have y'all
I can't wait
seen
for this.
the
I'm so excited
previews?
about
I can't wait for this. This is a new series on NBC, and it's definitely, if Blair and I have been struggling to find things that we have like in common that we watch or that we can watch and could talk about and have like a great conversation, because she's kind of fallen off the reality TV train a little bit. Me, not so much. I'm still there.
Oh yeah.
But this show here, it's a scripted show, and it's actually, well, you can even talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, so Monica Aldama, she's known as a former head coach, cheer coach at Navarro, yes, Navarro Community College. That Netflix show Cheer was based off of, and it's just like, I mean, it was a show that went super viral really quickly and blew up really quickly, and ended up just being so dark sided later on because it was really a scandal.
Yeah, it was
with members
crazy.
Like, yeah, Jerry, who everybody just was just so beloved, who found out was like,
a predator,
child predator, and he's in prison now. And then, I mean, it's just been just like a chain of things that's been going on. And her Monica's own son, like, he ended up, being arrested for something similar. So like, and then she just laid low for a long time after that. But she's been working on the show for a while now. A scripted comedy called Stumble, which I'm looking forward to. That actually looks like it looked like the co-ed Cheer squad. It's funny. I was thinking about, like, whenever I saw the preview, I'm like, this looks so fun and hysterical and like a parody of Cheer. Only to find out this was actually one of the creators.
Yeah, no, that's what was so funny about it. Yeah,
and so I'm excited to see this.
I am.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun.
I believe it starts in November.
I think so. Yeah. So
yeah, we're gonna look into it, but y'all, we're gonna definitely cover it because it's. I mean, finally, it looks like something that we're both gonna be into, and I believe Kristen Chenoweth's on it. I believe so. Oh, no, I think you froze. Uh-oh.
So this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be really funny. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, it will. I know. I'm stoked. It'll be exciting. So, yeah. Well, that's it for tonight. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up over here. But y'all, we're gonna get this uploaded onto Spotify and a little bit Apple as well, Amazon. Don't forget to please share, like, follow, and subscribe. Like, we're doing well. We've got all of our episodes coming, and then my channel. This is Kimberly A. Bryant. That's actually about to turn into the Villa Download officially. So Danielle and I will be streaming all of our other interviews with other celebrities and reality TV shows. Of course, we'll have them stream here also, but we've got our own platform for the Villa Download. So I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a good night. So y'all take care.
Yeah, of course. Always a pleasure.
All right. Take it easy.